anybody's theory about Imu's power can be right, but I think I'm going to stick with this one until proven otherwise. I think you have to have an insane amount of willpower that matches Imu. But I don't think that Haki alone is enough anymore. What I actually think has to happen is that you have to have that willpower, and you also have to have a devil fruit with the embodiment of the dream that opposes Imus in order to hurt them. And that's when devil fruits and Haki both become one. And that's the puzzle piece. I think specifically me, I've become so obsessed with Haki being the end-all be-all and ruling over devil fruits that I've always excluded devil fruits from the equation because I felt like willpower alone could bring it. But now I'm starting to realize if devil fruits are just dreams, then a dream has to oppose another dream. And it can't just be willpower itself. It has to be something opposing Imu's. And maybe that's how we actually hurt Imu. This is why Luffy is so considered the savior of the world, because his devil fruit and that dream from the slaves that created it has to push back against the dream that's currently ruling.
Well, I like that you're getting to a space where you're respecting devil fruits a little bit more. I think I'm going in the opposite direction, technically. Not so much what's required. To me, I think the story works better if, at the end of the day, it is still Luffy's willpower that gets him there. Even with the Hax fruit, even with the God fruit, even with the Nika fruit, etc., ultimately, if your will doesn't match up, you're not going to be able to accomplish this. Yeah. I think that tells a better story than I'm fulfilling the dreams of the people, personally.
But this is how it works too, right? If Luffy didn't have the willpower, then the fruit's dream would never awaken to its full potential.
Yeah, you're saying they have to work in conjunction, which is fine.
Like, he would never become the natural enemy of Imu, the same way he was against the Now.
I agree with that because it makes sense. We never even thought that your Haki, your ability to align as well, like, catch up. In fact, they mentioned a natural enemy, and we just kind of just assumed it's the D clan, but it could also be a deeper meaning or something more.
When you look at Joy Boy, and you look at the Haki knot that happened, and you look how powerful it was, maybe even Joy Boy's Haki wasn't caught up to the fruit. Of course, he awakened it, but I don't think he got it to the place of where he could combat Imu. And that's scary to think of too, because he's already like a monster from what it seems like.
For Joy Boy and why he lost, I think part of it came down to a choice. Similar how we saw Odin made a choice, but it wasn't necessarily the right one. Later on, it ended up hurting him, and then Roger, and in his situation, he made a choice too, but he was too early, and he was passing because of an illness. There's not really much you can do. The choice you made is like, all right, what can I do? I could pave the way for the future by drawing their attention to this. So it goes into what I'm saying. I agree with what you were saying before about the dreams aspect, because it goes into what I said earlier. I'm tying it to what my theory about the whole shaping the world. Imu tried shaping the world, or did shape the world to what he wants. When you think about it, we get to the mural and we see what's happening in each world. We talk about dreams before. In One Piece, we get wills and dreams of ideas of how you want the world to be.
Yeah.
How you want to change the world this way. You're dreaming that you could do this, so you have this amazing ability that could change your reality. Change the world for you or for others. So that's kind of how fruits came into fruition. Is people wanted to change the world to something different because they were being oppressed by Imu or his ancestors or that line, whatever, those evil rulers, because they were shaping the world to how they saw fit. So now you have someone like Luffy, who's embodiment of freedom, and his fruit is also the embodiment of freedom, colliding with someone who, for example, if Imu's dream was to oppress the entire world, the opposite of oppression is freedom. So they would legit clash against each other. That's really why fruits were made, is to combat what was already put in place, you know?
I think the one variable that sticks out to me, if that is true, why does Poseidon come into play? Why did Roger Pirates have to wait for this person to be born and then also for Luffy to be born? Like, what's the connection between Joy Boy and Poseidon? Does Poseidon's dream or hopes and wants inflict on the dreams of the Nika? I have no idea, because that's what was needed in order to combat Imu. So where does that come into play? I don't even know the right questions to ask at this point. And like, it's so crazy that Oda is such like a great artist, but also like a great crafter of like story. Because at this point, I had questions about Imu when we first saw them. And I feel like now I have even more questions.
Yeah.
And it's been hundreds of chapters since we've seen this person. And it's like, Lino was talking about the form of Imu. I wanted to realistically say during a certain point, I don't even know if Imu has a true form. Like, what if he's gone beyond the reality of having a true form? Like, what if he's just pure embodiment of whatever will is? Is this person like, what's the name from Full Metal Alchemist? The little black thing that was...
Oh, man.
It's not Truth. It's the other black thing. I forgot his...
Homunculus in a flask?
Yeah, the homunculus.
Dwarf in the flask.
Yeah, the dwarf in it. What is that? What, do you know his name?
I don't think it had a name other than that.
He didn't have any name? So it's like, does he have like a situation happening like that where he's just formless. I don't think I've seen anybody this powerful in a show, no diff, the other power people in the show, and still remain like, literally a second later, they weren't bothered. Yeah. Like, we're talking about the greatest strength in the show, literally combined their attack, and it didn't phase. This is scary, bro.
We had the 3 greats of the current generation with the future greats of the next generation. All 6 of them attack Emu and nothing.
It can only go up.
I don't even think we're going to be able to see Emu's face at this point. I think this is the true form, and we've just been looking at a silhouette of a person that's actually not a silhouette.
Like,
I'm telling you, bro, this is probably one of the most wildest villains we've probably ever seen. And I wasn't hyped about Emu at all. I was really on the Blackbeard train. I think right now that's number 1, though. I think Emu's number 1.
So you say that, low-key, I still have Joy Boy over Emu all the time. And maybe I'm tripping.
He lost.
But it seems as though there was some circumstances to Joy Boy's loss. People apologizing, Ancient Kingdoms teaming up, we got ancient weapons.
Listen to me.
Like a lot.
I'm glad he brought that up. Joy Boy's crew might have been Domi Reversi, gang.
Yo.
They might have been Domi Reversi, Seb. You're not going to tell me if Rox is getting Domi Reversi, nobody else is in the show. You're absolutely insane. Bruh, that's why they apologize.
Domi Reversi, Joy Boy's crew.
Emmett, probably Domi Reversi, Zunisha. You don't think they could do that? Isn't that crazy?
Yo.
Isn't that crazy for Emu? No. Real talk. Is it that crazy for Emu? Ask yourself, are y'all seriously telling me it's crazy?
I'm not.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, who you were saying? Emu?
Zunisha, dog. Minx living on giant elephant guy.
How do I say this? A circumstantial win or whatever, right? Yeah, you Domi Reversi my crew and now I can't fight them, or I gotta fight my own crew.
And maybe that was Joy Boy's falling because he couldn't turn his crew into people that could have the Gear 5 fruit.
I'm with it. That would be crazy. Yeah, you can only go up, right?
You can only go up.
You can only go up.
Now I'm seeing the scope of, like, I don't know what people can do to combat this. Like, I'm actually like, yo, Blackbeard, get stronger. not like
get
no
ancient
like,
weapons, dog.
yo, get stronger, bro. I'm gonna be honest too. I don't think an ancient weapon could take him out because if it's the dream aspect or like the Haki aspect, ancient weapons don't carry that. I don't think the community realizes how crazy Emu is.
I think we gotta see what these ancient weapons really can do before I can make that kind of statement.
I'm thinking, because we already see Luffy's a fast grower when it comes to like strength in his Haki. But if you were struggling this even hurting the
Emu underlings.
Without Domi Reversi, without any of that, you're punching them with your Haki, you're getting hurt. When you punch Warkery. So it's like, Luffy, you gotta grow at a faster than you did at Wano. Greater and faster and stronger than you did at Wano.
Maybe Yamato should have came through. Yo. This low-key might be the best One Piece chapter in God Valley. We don't even know it, bro.
I want to see their reaction. Because remember, like you said, Garp and Rogers thought, my attack sunk in. My attack did the trick. No, it didn't.
Rock's the only one that looks at Emu and is like, yo, they don't know what the hell they talking about.
What I thought of too, imagine he used Future Sight, dodged every single one.
Nah,
he wouldn't be regenerated.
Yeah, he wouldn't be regenerated.
Well, technically, if we theorize that Akainu's thing was Future Sight, and that's how he was blocking Vista and Marco stuff.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even if that is true, like still, bro, like who could hit him?
Yo,
like who could hit him, bro?
Listen, Emu about to have all the Haki at the highest level with this ability.
That's just crazy. We're getting Future Sight, all this stuff like Advanced Cognitive Coding, and Emu was like, nah, you need more than that.
Like he really had all that happen to him, and then Emu was like, yo, where's his family at?
Where your mom at?
Where your mom at? Where your mom at? He was like, yo, they chucking Haki.
You kind of like hockey users. Emu like you hockey chuckers. You hockey chuckers.
I think Emu's so perfect to be the villain of the series. I think the way it's just set up. We have so much to think about and talk about and so much unconfirmed things that we don't know what we're talking about. We're literally just 4 dudes on a pod just saying nothing. And people looking at us like we know everything.
I'm just thinking small because that actually, knowing this now, puts the mirror on a whole different level.
It puts the size of Emu on the mirror at a whole different level. I thought it was just exaggeration. I'm literally telling you, I think Emu could be that size. And it's probably bigger than we think. Because if we looked at every other god that was mentioned, the forest god, the earth god, they all had similar features to the ending person that we assume is Emu. So it's like, yo, were they always like this? Imagine being in Syrup Village. The only black kid running around talking about pirates is this, pirates is that. And then all of a sudden you see this huge monstrous animal type thing. You don't know what it is, just bringing disaster. What do I do?
This made me think of Nika, because we keep talking about Joy Boy, but like anyway, it seems like Emu was left from Nika's generation, and Joy Boy was trying to deal with that, and he's just like, yo, I can't.
Maybe.
Like, you know?
Yo, low key. Let's say like Emu was all three of those gods somehow. Or like they were just different gods passed down to like each other person, right? Like they were all evil. Then like Nika lost, Joy Boy lost. We've been just taking L's for centuries. For thousands of years, we've been taking L's. I got a building on Elbaf right now that's considered 3 millennia. And that was from a loss. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how are we going to win? And you expect me to think this 17-year-old kid, like 19-year-old kid, fatherless. Just want to eat all the time and party. Straight crackhead running around causing trauma and trouble amongst the people. He's supposed to solve the millenniums of like trauma?
Fatherless, bro.
Crazy, bro. All I know is Haki better be chucked. Better be chucked.